Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We're joined by the man whose job it is to find fresh talent here in the UAE. And to tell us more about Regional Artist Spotlight, if you're an artist who wants to make it big, get to know his name. Welcome to the show, Jason Johnson, talent manager at Flash Entertainment.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here, and I'm excited to be, working with Lovin Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So
amazing. Well, we're excited to have you. Let me tell you that.
So talent manager, talent booker, Jason Johnson. So it's like your parents wanted you to be famous with that name.
Yes.
So you do all these like bookings, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like, what? I can do better than half the people that I've booked?
No. I'm very much behind the scenes, and I don't want to be in front of the camera or on a stage. It's a lot of work. I'd rather be the guy that connects the dots for a lot of these artists. So I know my lane, and I'm happy to stay within it. So
what does talent manager mean? I know that you're spotting talent. So what does that mean on a day-to-day basis?
So on a day-to-day basis, outside of the Regional Artist Spotlight program, I am procuring international artists by negotiating the deals, working with our internal teams to produce the show. So on a daily basis, that's it. So bringing the artists in and facilitating the show with our teams. So. Yeah.
So it's pretty much community service of a sort that you're doing to all these talents. How did you come about getting in this industry and thinking like, okay, this is something you want to do for a living, like, you know, scouting them out and then booking them?
Yeah, I've been doing this for 15 years, and previously to being in Abu Dhabi, I was in Toronto producing my own events and working with the artists that are in Toronto and building a community with the artists. And eventually I said, this is where I want to be. I've always been in music in one way or another, and coming here, I just felt like what I've learned in Toronto by building community is what I want to do here, especially with the Regional Artist Spotlight program. So I'm excited about it. It's just something I've been in. It's something I've consistently done, to be honest. It's the only thing I've consistently done, and it's been 15 years, so love it.
So with the Regional Artist Spotlight program, what specifically do you look for? And in general, what, like, a lot of people can sing. Similarly, I can sing. But what is that kind of like special sauce that you look for in people?
Well, personally, I look for somebody that's determined, somebody that is consistent. They have to have a few music videos out. They have to have a catalog of music that they've already have on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever they use. And really, it's just about how determined they are and how passionate they are about their craft. That's what I look for when I look at an artist. If they're passionate, half the job is done already. And all we need to do is facilitate the relationships we have, leveraging the partnerships like yourself. But yeah, passion is number one.
Okay, we need to get our demos onto Spotify.
Yes, and music videos.
How time should we sing for him now or later?
Let's hold it.
Okay, the grand finale.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about the local artists that you have booked.
Yeah, so over the previous years, what we've done is not only feature the artists on our Regional Artist Talent Spotlight program, but we put them on stage to open up for the international acts that we have for Yasalam, which is a big exposure for a lot of these artists. And we worked with Freak. Our current artist that we're featuring is Tak. We worked with Layla Cardon, Layla May, and we worked with a bunch of artists that are locally based and also regionally based. So yeah, I'm excited about these artists because a lot of them have very big potential. So
these are incredible artists. You know, I've seen some of them live. They're amazing. And did you find them before that moment?
I feel like I was on the cusp of them being widely known, and I love that about it. I could definitely see when an artist is going to move to the next level in their career, and we're here to help them. And giving them the visibility from what we do is what helps them propel into the future. So yeah, our finger is on the pulse of what's going on. We know.
Just to be very clear, what actually is the Regional Artist Spotlight with Flash Entertainment? So for people who are joining.
Yes, so the Regional Artist Spotlight program is a program where we utilize our marketing power from Flash. We leverage our relationships with Virgin Radio, Lovin Dubai, and all the other partners that we have. We feature the artists on a month-long campaign. We give them a month feature on Virgin Radio to have their songs played on Virgin Radio, which again is something that I don't think anyone else could offer. It's through our relationship and our partnerships that we've been able to do this. The purpose of it is to amplify the local and regional artists' voice, let them be seen where they've never been seen before, and introduce them to a new audience that may be, casual fans of music and want to explore new artists in the region. So
huge platform. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
So events reach out to you guys, and they look for artists that they want to have other events like singing or performing other events, and that's what you do. Then you see which talent suits the event best.
Yeah. So when we procure our own event, we produce the event for F1. We have our own commercial shows. This year for F1, we have Dave, we have Swedish House Mafia, we have Kendrick Lamar.
All these, very cool.
And Def Leppard on the Sunday. So when we produce our own events, we look at the artists that we featured over the last 12 months, and we introduce them to the artists and ask if they could open up for them. And a lot of the artists are amenable to it, and we have them open up. Again, the artists want to give back to the community as well. We had Louis Capaldi that we had an opening act for him, and he was so graceful. He sat with the opening act, spent hours talking to them, giving them advice. That kind of exchange is very, it's priceless, to be honest. So when we produce our events, we put a regional artist spotlight program on it. And a lot of the events that we're working on now that are third party, they're asking for regional artists. So it's a big part of our program now, and it's a big part of what we do.
This is so cool. Yeah. Putting regional artists into, I guess, an international spotlight. You're putting them on that stage.
We want to. And it's not just me putting them on the stage. I mean, listen, we have a team behind us that produces this and make it go. And on top of that, the artist is doing all the legwork. We're just providing the opportunities that make sense. So it's not all us. It's it's us using what we have to make it work for the artist. And again, like I said, our team is really behind this. Our CEO loves this mandate. He is fully 100% behind it. Huge. He wants to make this a legacy piece for Flash. So when it's all said and done, we want to make sure that the community underneath everything that we do rise as well. So that's the aim.
That's amazing, because a couple years ago, it was a struggle being an artist in Dubai.
Yes.
And now with your platform and platforms like yours, it's just like that little bit of support is there for upcoming artists. But I want to ask you, how has the music scene changed in the UAE?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I've been here for 5 years now, and prior to that, I've been coming to Dubai every year for 10 years. So I've been here in the full span of my career, and on top of that, seeing Dubai progress. And what I've seen over the years is there is a lot more of the bigger brands, the bigger staples in UAE supporting local artists now. The conversation has changed where normally it's let's look at outside, it's all looking within, and it's helping these artists grow by supporting them not only with marketing, but real money, putting behind their development, putting behind their growth, and even just allowing them to perform on stages that they wouldn't be able to perform on. And it's outside of our program as well. We're seeing it across the board. So I'm excited for that.
So there's growth, it's buzzing. So for example, if I was thinking about an industry change and if I had a couple of tunes, if I want to get involved, if I want to be the next, I want to be on that Yasalam stage with you guys, how do you find me?
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. How do you find the talent? Are you going around, are you super busy on the ground going around to lots of things? Or
a lot of it is me going on the ground, having my ears to what's happening in the community. And sometimes the artists reach out to us on our Instagram account, which is Regional Artist Spotlight.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, at Regional Artist Spotlight. And again, if you know anybody from Flash, feel free to send your demo, your EPK, or whatever it may be. But we're listening to everything. We're seeing the things that do come in on our Instagram. And if someone recommends an artist, even better. I like word of mouth because that's the best discovery. And again, if you're presenting stuff to us, you don't have to be pushy. We'll know it. We'll see it because I'm very aware and in tune of what's going on, to be quite frank.
Don't be pushy.
Don't be pushy, guys.
Be persistent, but not pushy.
So you have Instagram they can reach out on. They have they can send in their demos and all of that through, like, social media is the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, social media is the best way to get in touch with us because, again, we get to see their profile, how they interact with their fans on their Instagram page. And it's even if you send it to us via email or whatever it may be, we still go on your Instagram. So sending us your demo on Instagram is the best way.
Do you respond to every single DM? Because what if it goes into the request?
I know, we do. Like I said, this is the integral part of our team is like we have, our entire team looking at this. It's not just me. It's, there's a few other on our team that make this go.
You know what I love about this? It's not a talent competition. This is genuinely seeking out talent and putting them on a stage. Amazing. Well done to you guys at Flash Entertainment. That was Jason Johnson, the talent manager of Flash Entertainment with Regional Artist Spotlight. If you want to get in touch, the IG is Regional Artist Spotlight. That is all we have time for the Lovin Dubai
Are we not singing?
I think you should do one song. It's only right.
We've hyped it up so much.
It's only right. And if Jason Derulo got a song, Jason Johnson has to get a song. So
you rap for Jason Johnson.
Yeah.
I'll do the background music.
I'm not. How would I even rap?
No, you're a rapper. I know you're good at this. You're good at improv.
She's like, don't put me on the spot.
She's so good on the spot.
How would we rap? No, I can't do
it. No, you can.
We'll do the Chucky Chucky song.
Oh, no, I don't even know the lyrics. Okay, leave Chucky Chucky. You do Jason Johnson. I'm going to do the opera for it. You're going to do the rap for it. And it's going to be killer.
Okay. Okay, you do the opera and I'll do the rap. So the thing is we're mixing sounds, we're mixing lyrics. We're kind of like an impromptu, throw in a bit of fun. Okay, you start with the opera.
Okay.
Jason Johnson, my son. That's it, hun. Fashion. Here we are. Spotlight. Good night from Lovin Dubai.
Okay. Listen, that wasn't that bad.
We can rhyme.
Yeah. Listen, I like what you guys do here. I don't know if it's Yasalam worthy, but
if you can't put me on stage, get me backstage.
Okay.
That's all I want.
Done. We'll do that.
Okay, Jason Johnson has promised we're going backstage to Yasalam. You might too. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. I'm so sorry for that. Goodbye from me. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.